What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 13 different altcoins today. The list will be in the description below with timestamps. If you don't see that, that's because you're watching this video within the hour that I posted it. I'll post it, let it load a little bit, and then I will go back and edit it, put the timestamps in and everything there. The list should be there. I should put that out with the post, but the timestamps won't be there. So anyways, I'm going to give out the list right now. We're going to talk about VeChain for Nefarious Llama, ARRR, and VTC for Mr. Hat, Turbo, Ethereum, Maniki for Flower Child, CWIF, and Solama for User PN, Saber for Mohammed El Mensi, Degen and Mana for Jeff and Nicolio. What's up, Nicolio? Long time no see. MNW. Speaking of which, Daniel Kosmala. That's who that one's for. Shout out to Danny. Mobox. That'll be the last one that we're talking about is Mobox, Mbox for Mohammed El Mensi as well. Mohammed, it sounded like you didn't catch the last video. Maybe not the last video I made, but the one before that where I did talk about Mobox. I promise you I did do that. So I know that you have a history, sir, of not seeing the request that I make after you've requested it. So hopefully you see this one. Hopefully this little dialogue right here will help you know that yes, your requests are on this video. That way I'm not just doing requests for no reason, right? Anyways. 2.7 cents is where VeChain is now. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more. Man, you're right at your oversold zone. Having a nice reaction this week. It's actually a good looking week. Let's look at the daily. Oh yeah, buddy. I like the daily. I like the way it looks. You've got more to do. You could definitely turn around from here, but it's a good setup right now. Let's see if you were to move up, what are the areas that we want to see you go to. First and foremost, get above your 236 there at about 29 cents, but 20... Is that, I'm sorry, not 29, 2.9 cents. 3.27 cents is the target area that we want to get above. So you want to get above 3.27 cents. You're at 2.73 cents now. So flip those numbers around a little bit. Do a 3.27 instead of a 2.73. That's your target area. Okay. And I would expect that to happen in a relatively short amount of time. You don't have to break above it, right? It's actually more common to move up a little bit above it and then actually close below the 382, come back to your 236, and then move up, right? That kind of maneuver. So don't be surprised if you find resistance in that area, but that's the target area that I would expect that we go to next. Makes sense. If the price were to move up here, something like that, it does look like it's in line with these lower highs, right? Kind of. Perhaps you form a higher low and then you break out. You finally break this trend. Something like that could happen. So that's my thoughts on VeChain. If that is a low, I want to just do one more thing. Actually, hold on. I feel like that might not be the right low to take. I feel like that's the low. Yeah, 618 bounce. Yeah, dude, I like that. 3.27, right? That's what I said. But hey, 3.3 right there. That's pretty damn close to 3.27. It's definitely significance around that area. That would be a nice level to break above, 3.3 cents. That would be a really nice area to break above. Again, if you find resistance there, that's not a problem. Okay, but you do, once you get above it, that's exciting. Okay, getting below the 618, closing below that would be a little bit of a problem. Not a terrible problem, but a little bit of a problem. I don't think you're going to go lower than this low, but VeChain's looking like it's might be ready to move. It kind of reminds me of Bitcoin Cash's chart, right? Like just look at it, look at it real quick. This, right? Just kind of this whole little area, and then BCH. Kind of. It looks smaller, right? But I don't know. To me, it looks pretty similar. They're not twins, but they're fraternal. Anyways, that's VeChain. ARRR. Pirate chain. I should have known 'twas a pirate. Yarg, matey, for Mr. Hat. Mr. Hat the pirate. We got lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price. It's not a bad setup, but you need a green week. You need to start showing some life. Would be nice to hold support in this area around the 40. That would definitely be nice to see. Pirate chain. Are we going for buried treasure, or are they taking I don't know, what was the word what was I going to say? Are they taking off with your booty? Broke below the 618, found resistance time and time again. You're at your 886 area. Holding this area is very important. You want to hold 17 cents, okay? If you can't hold 17 cents, well, you might be going to new lows, man, new all-time lows. So hold 17 cents. I don't know if I like the weekly RSI. There's hope, but I don't know if I actually like it, to be completely fair. Daily RSI looks sad as well, but you are oversold. You could be at an area relatively an area that you would expect to bounce at, relative low to high 618 area, kind of. Yeah, I mean you might. I don't know what to think of this one, so we're gonna give it some if-thens. Okay, right? If you close below 17 cents for more than one day, multiple days, right, or 1 week, then I think that's bad. You're going below 10 cents, or around 10 cents, if not lower. Okay. If you can close above 24.7 cents, you're at 18.5 cents now, 24.7 cents, then I'm convinced that's your low, and I'm pretty convinced that's your low. You could still go lower, of course, but if you can close above that 618, I'd be thinking that is your low and you're going to move higher. So those are your if-thens. I don't really feel confident one way or another. Your 4-hour, your daily, your weekly RSIs, they're not encouraging. If I had to guess, I honestly would assume that you're moving down, but I'm not. That's just a guess, and one that I'm not completely confident or comfortable in. So, because you are in this kind of accumulation range, I wouldn't assume that you'd break out of it to the downside. That's the one thing. Like, regardless of how much sense it might make by the indicators, it's not something that I would call for. So I'm going to stick with I don't know. Maybe it goes up, maybe it goes down. I'm sorry I'm not of help on this one, man, but I don't know. You have been moving down. You've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red weeks in a row. Maybe it's time for a little green side, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red in a row. Then you had a green, and then you went lower. So, hey, you still had a green, though. So maybe it is time to move up a little bit, just a little bit. That's your pirate chain. VTC, Vertcoin. I feel like MHAT, is this the right one? You'll let me know if it's not. You'll let me know. I think you look fine. I think you're holding that as support. I think you want to move up. This weekly RSI looks pretty good, actually. Very productive. You're looking like you want to see a breakout move soon. You're at 5.5 cents, kind of 5.4 cents. You're looking like you want to see a really quick move up to, I would say, anywhere from like 13 cents to 24 cents, 23 cents, something like that. You're looking like you want to move up. Heavy emphasis on that 13 to 15 cent area, if I had to really guess. Yeah. Vertcoin, that one was a little bit easier. I do think you found a low. Relative low to high. Yeah, I do. I very much do. Okay, so that's that. Turbo, everybody's favorite snail. Or is it a frog in this one? I don't know. I thought it was a snail based off the movie, but maybe it's a frog. I can't tell what that picture is. Is it? Let's look it up right now. Hold on. We'll look it up right now. Turbo crypto. It is a frog. Turbo doing crazy things, man. Moved up 280% 1 week, and we just have not moved down. I would assume you're going to move down. Yeah, I think so. Right. It's not really that hard to guess. Look at what you did here. Look at what you did here. Look at what you did here. They all look pretty damn similar, right? From this high to a low, you dropped 75%. From this high to a low, you dropped 68%, pretty close to 75%, if I had to say so, within a 10% difference, right? From a high to a low, you've dropped so far 64%, actually. Hey, maybe that's it. Maybe you have seen the extent of this move down. Maybe you have. But both times prior, you did find support around your 50. You know, maybe you go to your 50, maybe you hold at the 60 here. I don't know. I'm not expecting that you move up too soon, but you might be done moving down. You could move lower. Let's look at the respective fibs. Low to high, 0.5 hit. Low to high, 618 hit, but you closed and held the 0.5 still. So that 0.5 does seem to be significant. Low to high. I mean, if you were to go to the 0.5, that'd put you at 0.00213. Giving you a 78% drop, which would be the biggest that you've seen so far based on these moves. But you also kind of had your largest growth, right, in the shortest amount of time, I think. Pretty close, but yeah, I think so. Definitely highest readings in the RSI and longest time spent up there. So maybe you do see a bigger correction. Maybe that's not crazy at all. So I would call for lower prices. I think you will go lower than this low. I just don't know how low you go. I think the lowest I would call for would be 0.0021 around there, but you might go only down to like 0.003, right? Something like that. So I would actually expect you to go a little bit below 0.003, but you could hold that off of strong moves. It is pretty common to bounce right off your 382, so that could happen. Yeah, the daily RSI is a little bit telling. That tells me you want to go down. That was a nice bounce off of your 40 area, but it got rejected off the 60, having some neutrality. Of course, the price is doing the same thing. I think you're going to move down. Yeah, we'll look for that 0.003 area a little bit below there. See how it goes. Check back in a week or so. Ethereum, you said Ether, so I'm assuming Ethereum. I don't know why it says Ether. It's Ethereum. I get it. It's the terminology. It's the shorter way to say it, but might confuse people, man. Somebody should make an Ether crypto, and you know what I mean, because it's Ethereum. It's technically not Ether, but it's a nickname we've given it. Yeah, Ethereum consolidating. Not doing anything too exciting. Relative low to high. Looking like you're finding support on your 618 area. I gotta say, you guys, this is a pretty good look. Whenever you go from a relative low to a high like this, maybe that's not the right fib. Maybe that's the right fib. And look, you actually bounced right off your 618. The reason why I'm not cherry picking here, right? Like that is the low of this range. On a weekly basis, it made more sense. But if you look at this for what it is, right? I'm going to delete this fib. This low is the low that sent us up. Generally, I would take this low. But if you're looking at this as a range, right? This is kind of your bottom consolidation range before you moved up. It was kind of like this area, right, that held as support. This was like your fake out. So maybe that isn't the fib to take from it. And at any rate, this was the more immediate low that sent you up here, right? It wasn't this over here that sent you up there. No, you went here and then you went down. It was here. So I'm going to say this low to this high, and boom, look at that. You actually tipped your 618 perfectly, the golden ratio of that. So I do like that look. It looks like you're finding resistance on your 382 though. Stair-stepping your way down. I don't like that so much. You probably, I don't know. I could see you going lower. You've been holding this area in the RSI, though, as support. I could see that happening, too. And the weekly RSI doesn't look too bad. It's not terrible. I don't like the price action. It does look like a double top. That's for sure. But I think a lot of people might say that. It looks like a double top. People are freaking out, and they might, miss out on the next move up. Right? It's like this here. Before these candles came into effect, this looks like a double top, right? However, this kind of was a double top here. This was the COVID crash, so it's not really the same environment. But I'm just saying it can happen. You can have this double top look and still grow past it, So, and actually, this double top look, you rejected your overbought zone here, moved down, kind of to the exact area you're at now, right? Rejected the overbought zone, moved down, and then you went up. I don't know. Maybe that's what you do. Maybe. I'm going to look at the long-term RSI real quick. If you're above the 50, then I like it. Yep, you're above the 50. I like it. So, yeah, I think if you go lower, it won't be by much. You will not be below this 123 green line here for too long. I think you're going to move up. Yeah. You might not go lower at all. I don't think you're going to go below that low. If you do, again, it won't be by much, but I like it. I like where you're at. So that's Ethereum. I do think you're going to move up from here. And your next move, really, like the target area that we're going to look for, like really, it looks pretty good to me, would be 4,500, a little bit over $4,500, $5,100 even, right? So just keep that in mind. That's Ethereum. I think this one's on a DEX, actually, this next one. Main key. Is it main key? It's main key. That's what it is. It's main key. And you said on Solana. I mean, that would be either of these, right? I would go with that one because it's got more. Oh, wait. I thought that was the volume, but that's the market cap. We're going to go with the one that has more volume. That's the one we're going to go with. Okay. Yep, and I've charted this one already, so it's definitely. Let's just look at this. It has been a while, hasn't it? I don't know when the last time I talked about this was, but I wonder if I called that low. I really don't know, man. I have no idea. It's been a while. I could have that could have been the last time. I didn't know I was on the 4 hour there. That could have been it. Well, we've got a lot more chart to go off of, that's for sure. From high to low. Yeah, I like it. You look productive. You look productive on your fibs, yeah. You're probably going to move up. I think you hold this area. I think you're moving up relatively immediately. I think yesterday was a big whiff. Who cares? That's just to scare you. Yeah, 15.7% in a day. That's not fun, but it's normal. You're at areas that I would expect you to move up, and you move down pretty heavily without any volume. And you're at areas that would make sense to find support at the 382. Previous areas of support here, I think you're moving up like immediately today. That day was a farce. It's a fake. Your next move is up to like 1.4 cents. That's my genuine thoughts. If you move down from here, it's not going to be by much. And I suppose you could go back down to 0.007, that area, but I really think your next move is 1.4 cents. That's my personal opinion. So that's Menke. CWIF is the next one. Cat with hat. Cat with hat. C-Whiff. C-Whiff. Volume. We don't want 100 and... Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just going to say user PN, stay away from this one, man. You don't want to touch this one. No, you don't. Nope. What, you put $100 in it and you're over half the daily volume? Am I missing something? Is there a chart that has more volume? 72K there. They look different though. I'm gonna do this. What's accepted here? Let's go. It's that one. So that's the legit one. Okay, which makes sense. It has the more volume. 10 million. Hey, there we go. Okay, so we just need to find this one. Right. It would be this one. We'll do this. It has 72K volume. That's not all the volume, though. That's the best I got. I'm not going to spend too much time, right? We're just going to get this. All right. 72K volume is not a lot of volume. You're at a low point, though. Congratulations. You are at a low point. Is it a good time to buy? Maybe. You could still drop about 15 to 20%. It is possible, but sure, I think it's fine. It has my vote of confidence. You move down a lot, right? Not a lot of volume, kind of died off, but I would expect you have some kind of, even if this thing's dead and it never comes back to life, even if you were to go down, more, I would think you would at least move up to here, up to about 5 zeros, 135. You're at 6 zeros, 8578. So, and that probably happens in a relatively short amount of time, right? Sometime it could happen sometime in July. Maybe it's in August. You absolutely could be doing this for a while, right? Like, there's no rules as to how long you have to consolidate for. So that's my thoughts, but yes, I think it's at a relatively good area to buy. Definitely, I would not sell down here. This would be the definition of selling the low, so don't do that. Solana is the next one. Is it like that? No, it's just one L. Solana. Okay. What's up with these having low volume? but I know that's not the, anyways. High to low, went all the way up to your 1786, finding support on the 100 area, nice. I think you're going lower. I do, yeah, right. Found support here once, twice, 3 times, and you've broken it, and you are hanging out longer than you have really any other time. This is your 4th time anyways. I think you're going lower. You could, sometimes you see these, it just breaks a little bit below, but you could go all the way down to your 61869 as well. So I would say a target area, first target area is 1.18 cents, around there, if not all the way down to like 0.6 cents, 0.57 cents, something like that on the table. Yeah, I think it looks like it wants to move down. That's my thoughts on Solana for the more immediate price action. Saber is the next one. Is this? Probably is on a DEX. Everybody likes their DEX coins, man. This is the cycle of DEX coins. Muhammad, I'm assuming this is what you're talking about, right? I would assume you're not having me talk about stocks. I think this is probably it. Anyways. Oh. Not a lot of volume. What's up with all these? Is Dex Screener just weird today or what? We're going to go with this one. Has 2.1K in volume. I don't know. Let me know if I'm doing the wrong one, Muhammad. Well, it's a weird chart. It's a very weird chart. At areas that I would expect you to find support. It has my vote of confidence to buy. I would say so. I don't feel comfortable taking fibs from any of these levels, so best that we have is previous areas of resistance turning into support, and I do think you have that. Could you wick all the way down here and then come back up? Sure, right? You held this area as support last time, but you had a bunch of huge wicks to the downside, so who knows what could happen, but best I got on this one is you're probably at decent areas to buy. It could move up higher. I don't have projections for that as far as like how I wouldn't know what to do. Is it this high to this low? Is it the closing low? Totally different targets, but probably above 3 cents would be your next move up if you were to move up, but probably at good areas to buy. I would cut my stop loss. I mean, I don't even know how you would go about it, man. First off, it's such low liquidity, you probably don't have any significant amounts of money in this thing, right? Because it's only like $2,000, $4,000 of volume in a 24-hour period. It could move all the way down here. So it's like, where would your stop loss be? Because it could move down that low and be fine and then go up to the heavens. So I don't know. I would stay away from this one, man. I'm hoping this isn't the right one, but I would just stay away from this. I don't like it, personally. No offense to anybody that has money in it, though. Degen got listed on crypto.com. That, crypto.com could really steal the show if they start taking some of these more popular DEX coins, because Coinbase, Gemini, Kraken, they're and Binance, right? Like Binance takes a lot of crappy coins too, and so does KuCoin, but like they're not just going to take these random meme coins or random degen coins, right? All these DEX coins, they're too classy for that. But crypto.com, they're trying to make a name for themselves, man. If they were to take on a bunch of these DEX coins, this could be the cycle for that, man. It's something that not any of the other exchanges want to do, and that could set them apart. But would that get them in trouble here in the United States? I don't know. Anyways, degen. That's the one. That's the one right there. Okay, so moving down because it just got listed, right? Well, not just got listed, I guess, but having a hell of a sell-off, probably at the end of it. You might go a little bit lower, right? Test back this area of resistance for support, relative low here to the relative high. Your 618, your golden ratio, surprise, surprise, is actually right here. It's right at that weekly close. So I think you are going to go down there. You're going to go to 0.0038. 0.00388. That's where you're going to go. Yeah, 0.008 now. So If you've enjoyed the ride down, you're going to enjoy it more as we keep going down, man. You could have a bounce, right? But I wouldn't expect it here. If it were, it wouldn't be by much, and then you'd go down. I would more expect you go to the 0.5, and then you bounce to 382, and then you go down, or maybe just crap all the way down. I don't know, but that's your target area right there. That's degen. Next one is Mana. Finally, man, we're talking about a real crypto. No offense to any of the other ones, you guys, but this one here, at the lows of its range, perfect area to buy. I think so. 34.37 cents. In fact, if I had some cash on the side, which I don't, because I've actually recently put more money into Bitcoin Cash and Blue Zelle last week, getting money figured out to put more money into crypto maybe sometime this week, if not next week. I would definitely buy Mana. Any price below 40 cents has the green light for me, in my opinion, especially below 35 cents. So looking at this relative low to the relative high, held the 618 for a long time, and now you're at the 786, 886 area. Perfect area to find support. This is it, guys. This is really it. So yeah, I think it's moving up. I actually like this look a lot on the weekly RSI. I think it's fine. The daily RSI doesn't look the best, but it's in a position where it could start to look good. It really is. You could even see the price go down a little bit from here and be fine. I don't know if you go below these lows, and I definitely wouldn't think that you go below 30 cents. So that's my thoughts on Mana. Your next target area to watch is about 40.5 cents. You break above, let's call it 41 cents. If you break above 41 cents, then I'm pretty damn convinced this is your low, and I'm already very convinced of that. So yeah, because you're at like the bottom of this range anyways, man. Perfect area to buy. This actually might be the winner for tonight, honestly. I'm not 100% sure, but Nicolio coming at you with this request, or coming at me with this request. I haven't seen your comments in a while. Maybe you watch and you just haven't commented, or maybe you took a step back, or you've been doing your own thing, whatever. But you've made your surprise return, and you might walk away with a win tonight. Genuinely. Out of all of them so far, it's the one that has me the most excited. I think so, yeah. Anyways, let's continue here. MNW for my man Danny Kosmala. What's up, Danny boy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Not see you. Whatever. You know what I mean. You can see me though. Let's see here. KuCoin maybe. Yeah, it's Morpheus Network. I don't think we need all the history. At your 618 area. At an area that makes sense to find support. With the way you look, I wouldn't be surprised if you move down to 51 cents. You're at 72 cents now. I wouldn't be surprised if you move down. You're not making it easy though. You could move up. This part will be easy, okay? If you close 2 days or 1 week, right? Maybe not even 1 week at this point, but I would say multiple days, several days below 72.12 cents. If you close below the 1272, you're probably going to go down to 51.5 cents. If you continue to close above it and you move up, especially if you can close above 94 cents, well, that really could have been your low there. I think getting above $1.05 would really help cement the idea that that's your low, and then we can talk about it. But I'm not convinced either way right now. I don't know. You're in a very, literally, you are threading the line. You are towing the line right now. Close above it. Keep closing above it. Good. Close below it. You're so close to closing below it. You're so close to closing above it. Good, bad. The balance is just a matter of time, I suppose. So hit me with a request when we close this week above or below. Maybe we could check back in on this in a few days. I think that'd be good, because you could be finding support on it right now, man, and that would actually be a good look. And the daily RSI doesn't look the best, but it's not giving up on you. Or above the 40. Maybe you're getting more productive. I don't know. That's the best I got. This line right here, this very insignificant seeming line, I think is very significant. 72.11 cents. Stay above it. If not, 51.5 cents is where you're going to go. Mobox. It's actually MBox. Muhammad, we're doing this one for you, man. Don't you dare miss out on this one, Muhammad. You better not miss the analysis. I want to say on my last one, too, I was calling for it to go down. And look at what we've done. But I don't know. I might be saying that. I might be wrong. I think I was calling for it to go down because you rejected your 50 twice. And, yeah, your daily RSI looked bad. Anyways. Let's see. Relative low to high. Oh, a lot of... Have you guys noticed this? Like, oh, man, I wish it wasn't the last one that I said this on. But if you go back and watch the video, you can maybe watch it at double the pace. I'm telling you, this exact look is all across like every single coin we've looked at, right? They found their lows at their relative, like between the 1414 and the 1618, but not quite at the 1618, just like in the middle. And they've all they all have this very similar look. It's kind of crazy. Some of them have already had this and now they're up, or they're like up here, or like they're still down in this area. I mean, this one just got here, but I don't know. I feel like that happened not even on like half of these coins, like 80%, if not more, of these coins that we've gone over today. Anyways, I like where you're at in the weekly RSI. I like where you're at on the fib. You could go lower. Perhaps you go just a little bit lower and you form a true double bottom, whatever. If you have lower to go, it's not by much. That's my assumption. And if you have higher to go, well, you've got much to do. My question is, are you ready? That's the question. Not are you ready, like, are you ready? Let's go. I mean, like, is this coin ready? The daily RSI could suggest that it is. It could. I'm going to say yes. I think you found your low. And at which case, unfortunately, Nicolio, I think you've been bumped down to second place, my friend. I think so. Let's go over this real quick. Hit that like button and subscribe, you guys. That's essentially the end of the video. We're going to determine our winner here. Let's see where the relative 618s are. And I would assume mana moves slower. Okay, just keep that in mind. 63% to that 618. A little bit higher, and I would assume this one moves faster. Relative areas of resistance and support, yeah. Barely. Nicolio, you barely got bumped down. Muhammad, you snuck that one in there, man. You got it. I would say this one is the winner. And again, you guys, I don't own most of these coins. In fact, the only one that I own on here that we've talked about is Mana itself. I don't own a single other one other than that. I own a little bit of Ethereum, to be completely fair, but it's really not significant amounts in comparison to the rest of the portfolio. So, but yeah, man, I would have loved to say Mana was the first place, but Muhammad El Mensi, congratulations, man. I don't know if this is your first win or if you've won before, man, but congratulations. I know it's been a while either way, so hell yeah, Mobox, that's the winner for tonight. So hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.